Hi, my name is Mandolin Royal, and I'm here with another bird who's not going to make the cut. I liked him initially for his overall balance and growth and the way he's proportioned, but he does have, I guess it's a significant thing, but maybe it's not that significant. But the trait that he's showing is undesirable. I don't want to propagate further in the flock. So he needs to stop his genetics right here and head to the freezer with the other duds. And I want you to look at him and see if you can find what that flaw is. And I'm going to help you a little bit by zooming in. See that comb? That's called an inverted comb. And I'm going to pull them out so we can get a closer look at what that is and what that means. Because this is the first time I've seen it out of this flock, and I've been running with him for 7 years now, and he's the very first one to show it. And it's one of those buried, deeply buried recessive traits that can happen in any breed. I also saw it in one of the hatchery Orpington chicks too. And I've seen it over the years several times. This is not my first viewing of that trait. But essentially what it is the back of the comb sucks in on itself. And I'm going to hold his head in my hand so you can get a really good look at that. If it wasn't for that, I would give this guy more time to grow. He's a respectable 6 pounds, 12 ounces at 17 weeks old. And he's one of the ones that I had in the pen receiving the special finishing. So he's on the cracked corn, the milk, and the wheat, along with a third of the regular feed. And he's filling in nice. He's going to dress out really nice. But as soon as I saw that inverted comb, I knew his future was sealed. Other than that, though, for where he's at in development, he's really not bad. But I'm going to go ahead and get the camera set up so we can take a closer look at his head. It's interesting. More on that in a second. Alright, let's see if we can get this. Yeah, there it is. So see where the comb's literally sucking itself back in? It's really weird. It'll bulge at the place just where the blade should be starting. But instead of developing a good blade, it's just pulled back into itself. And that's why they call it an inverted comb. It's frustrating because this bird definitely passes the field test, and he's got a great attitude, he's got great vigor, he's gained really well. His wings, not too bad, and he passes the field test. I do think he's got, well, maybe it's not leakage. That's poop. But overall, he was so decent. So it's annoying when you come across stuff like this that you can't allow to get a foothold into your flock. If I used him over hens, that's when we'll start seeing a percentage of the offspring with it, rather than catching him now and stopping it in its tracks. Because he is the first bird in this line that I have found with it. So I'm going to continue to look for it, and we're going to stop it right here this season. And we're not going to let it get a foothold, and we're not going to let it propagate onward. But that's what an inverted comb looks like. The back end of it just sucked into that rear of the base. Super weird and not totally uncommon. I've seen it in a lot of breeds. It's just the first time in this line. So now I know I am that deep into the genetics and I'm that deep into this line to start seeing weird stuff. So you gotta express it, find it, remove it from the flock, and breed past it so that you don't have to see it anymore. More on this later as I find more traits to select out and call against.